Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. So welcome to our presentation for INNOCOM 2026. So I'm sharing my screen. So our idea for innovation is Halal Storyverse, a digital storytelling ecosystem for global halal communication. So basically, the team members include myself, Siti Suriani Osman from University Sains Islam Malaysia, Associate Professor Dr. Lila Monaganim from Universitas Mercu Buana, Indonesia, Dr. Nosrullah Wana Sulaiman from University Islam Sultan Sharif Ali, Brunei, and Dr. Sarah Farooq Shah from Mirpur University of Science and Technology, Pakistan. So welcome to our sharing today. So why do we initiate this project? Why is it necessary for us to go for this innovation idea? So we know that the global halal industry has expanded beyond food products into various sectors, including cosmetics, halal tourism, lifestyle, finance. However, we also realize the fact that halal communication is still scarce today, but we have a lot of writings, but it remains largely focused on certification, compliance, and also product promotion. So the idea that we are proposing here is the need to communicate halal through meaningful stories that highlight people, highlight innovation, values, social impact, and also global relevance. So basically, my background is in journalism, and I have my group members, who are basically from English background, halal background, and also from communication. So I think we made a very solid team to propose this idea. So why halal storytelling matters? First is the limited human-centered halal narratives. This is the main issue, and we have a lot of reportings on halal, but we really have limited stories related to halal, which are human-centered. We also still have issues on lack of global English in terms of halal content, and also increasing halal information challenges that includes misinformation, misunderstandings of halal concepts, and also ununified claims related to halal. And also, obviously, the need for multidisciplinary expertise, which basically we need. We can only form effective halal communication that requires integration from journalism field, communication field, halal studies field, and also English communication. And so basically, this is what we are doing, and this is what we are promoting and also proposing currently at the moment. So in terms of the problem, although halal industries are expanding globally, there is still a communication gap, quite obvious, in presenting halal narratives to international audiences. So the current halal communication lacks basically in terms of credible storytelling approaches, accessible English narratives, integration between media practice and also halal knowledge, and also this systematic frameworks for producing ethical halal stories. Therefore, we propose for an innovative communication ecosystem to transform halal information into credible and engaging global stories. So this is basically what is the proposed idea for innovation. We call it Halal Storyverse, where it is an integrated communication innovation that combines experts from journalism, communication, halal studies, and English communication. And with all this, we want to create this Halal Storyverse, which is a digital storytelling ecosystem for global halal communication. So in terms of the concept, we can see the difference here in terms of the conventional halal communication and what we're proposing. For the conventional one, we can see there is a halal certification and the product information. Basically, these are all the stories about, and also consumer awareness related to halal. But what we are proposing is something much more inspired by journalistic storytelling, and that includes halal knowledge. It includes human stories, using journalistic storytelling, sharing meaningful halal narratives, and this will include in the global English global communication all over the world. So who can right for this Halal Storyverse project, for example. So at this moment, because this is still at the idea process, or stage, we are proposing for university students who can write, also journalism students, communication students, English students, and also Halal studies students. They can all contribute to this Halal Storyverse project. Academics, that includes researchers, experts, and also knowledge contributors, and also industry practitioners that include halal entrepreneurs, business owners, and also industry representatives, and also, of course, the general public. If you want to share your opinion related to communities, consumers, and related to halal, and also topics related to halal advocates as well. So in terms of the framework, we propose according to the field that we are expert in. For example, we have several components. The first one is the halal storytelling framework, which is from the journalism dimension. So a structured approach to producing halal stories according to this component one here is in terms of story development and story formats. For story development, we have to identify story angle, develop human element. This is important because we don't have this in the normal or ordinary halal reporting. And then collect credible sources, integrate expert perspectives, and also present impact and relevance. And in terms of story formats, it includes we can write in the form of feature articles, human interest stories, digital stories, podcasts, and also video storytelling. For the second component is the English Halal Communication Guide, which is basically, we call it the English communication dimension. So the purpose is to transform halal knowledge into accessible global communication, and the focus is more on or to make sure the use of appropriate halal terminology, intercultural communication, audience-friendly explanation, and also international storytelling style. So this includes from technical explanation related to halal, and it will go to a more accessible communication, and also many people can understand the message easier and able to relate with themselves as well. The third component is the halal story verification framework. So we call this the halal studies dimension. So it ensures the accuracy of halal information, and also authentic sources used, correct terminology, ethical representation, and also prevention of misinformation. So basically, this is how the outlook of the proposed innovation product. Again, this is still at the idea stage or level, but this is what we have in our mind, where we will come up with the Halal Storyverse digital storytelling toolkit, which involves or includes 4 elements, which are the Halal Storytelling Guidebook. Second is the English Halal Communication Toolkit. Third is the Halal Story Verification Checklist. And the fourth one is the Digital Story Repository, which is for future development. The novelty of this innovation, from our point of view, is we can see that in terms of existing practice, halal communication mainly focuses on, it's quite obvious. One is product promotion, second is certification information, and the third is regulatory messages. So what we want to do is we want to introduce a more integrated storytelling ecosystem. It's not like a product only alone, but it's a whole integrated storytelling ecosystem that combines several fields to make sure this can be achieved, which are journalism, communication, halal studies, and also English communication, in order to transform information about halal alone, like what we have seen now so far, into a more meaningful global halal stories. So in terms of the international and cross-cultural value, we obviously in the opinion that halal storyverse supports halal narratives across different contexts, not only in Malaysia, but we can see in our team itself that we are from Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and Pakistan, and we will see this in a wider perspective, where it can be something that can be developed at the international level as well. In terms of the potential impact, obviously, we can see that It will give some impact on education, media industry, halal industry, and also the society itself. For commercialization potential, we see this several potential for future developments. So it includes the digital halal storytelling platform, where it will become a global repository of halal stories. And we believe that, we're confident in that. Second is the training program where halal storytelling and communication certification can be promoted, for those who are in the field. The third one is university and industry collaboration, in terms of trainings for students, journalists, and also industry communicators, and for content consultancy as well. That includes professional halal communication services. So in conclusion, we strongly feel, that Halal Storyverse is a communication innovation that bridges several knowledge. It includes halal knowledge, journalistic storytelling, and also global English communication. Why? We want to create credible, engaging, and also meaningful halal narratives for the world. So transforming halal information into meaningful global stories, that's the main aim of this idea of innovation. Thank you so much. We hope you have some idea of what this innovation idea is proposing, and hopefully we can turn it into a prototype later in the future and a meaningful product, and in the halal industry, and also in communicating halal to the world. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.